Attorney General to incriminate somebody for him to go to jail. Can I say, comfortably say that perhaps something went underground politically to coach people, I won't say the judges, to coach people to ensure that because he was absent, this woman must be jailed in absentia?
I don't understand you.
Not that sure.
If the Attorney General was able to coach somebody to tell him to incriminate somebody so that he can get him jailed, could it be that he did the same thing to get Sedinam jailed?
That's why she absconded.
No, that's absconded what? She went for medical treatment.
And she didn't return.
She went for medical treatment
And
just like in
Governor
Oboriata went for medical
Alex
treatment.
Mould had to pay.
I'm coming.
So please.
They were her sureties. They couldn't produce her.
Please.
So
Perhaps she also thought,
Alex
look,
Mould and
you see,
Governor Tamakloe.
perhaps she also thought like you are thinking today, that when she comes she'll be witch hunted and dealt politically.
No.
Just like you are thinking Ken Oforeta when she comes back, he may be treated politically and forced to go to jail. That is your thinking now.
Do you get a sense, Doc, that you have lost the moral right as a political party in government to keep calling for the return of Ken Oforeta by this action?
No, I have not said that Sedinam is not guilty. That is my position.
Right.
I am saying the Attorney General says he's appealing. Is it not the same government? That the judges have acquitted 3 judges versus 1. Then the Attorney General says, no, I'll appeal. They say all the financial misappropriations they said she did are not true. Hey, that is what the judges said, not me. Not me. If you want to blame, don't blame a political party.
That's what the judge said.
I've always said it. Let's not mix politics with some legal issues and certain things. If we do that, if we bring politics into corruption, fighting corruption with politics, we'll get it wrong. And I've said it before that any of my colleagues in NDC who finds himself corrupt and the evidence they are taking him to court, the only thing I can do for him is to support maybe his lawyer to go and see whether he can defend him. But if he succeeds, fine. If he doesn't succeed, it's a deterrent to the rest of Ghanaians.
But I need you to answer this question for me. The optics, does it look good for you to still be asking for Ken Oforeta's return, knowing that Sedinam was flown in and literally has been set free?
Sedinam has not been set free by NDC. That is where I'll come back again. Sedinam has been set free by a court of competent jurisdiction, not by NDC. And those judges are Ghanaians. They feel the pains Ghanaians feel. And they know they are supposed to defend the constitution and prosecute people thoroughly. If 3 judges sit down and analyze the case that was handled by their colleague, come together and believe that he was wrong, who am I? When the case of the delegates issue went to the Supreme Court, how did they rule? Is it not 2 versus 5? It means that every judge has his way of thinking. Because they are all in the Supreme Court and we see them to be the lords of the law. However, the ruling came that they were all not in agreement with it. It means that the very way the Supreme Court ruled, the lower court could rule in a way with evidence he has and the understanding of the law. And then the appeal court, 3 judges also sat and saw the case in a different way. So to me, what Ghanaians in general we have to do is to pull out political defense when somebody is alleged to be corrupt and go underground, provide them with lawyers if you want to help the person. If you want justice for Ghanaians and the person, give them lawyers to go and meet a judge, just like it has happened.
They say on the streets that this appeal by the or intervention by the Attorney General is just a knee-jerk reaction, is playing catch-up. What do you say to that?
The Attorney General has the obligation to defend this country anytime he believes that somebody is cheating the country.
Do you think that
if he wants to appeal, he can go and appeal because he believes that the evidence they provided can lead to a prosecution.
Do you think that Godfred failed us as Attorney General?
Oh,
what the appeal court has said.
Me, look, do you know, I used to respect him very much.
No,
relax.
You answer that.
No, let me come. Let me come. I used to
my salary.
I used to respect him very much until the case of Japan.
I don't.
It looks as if. No, you see, if the whole Attorney General and Minister for Justice can try to skew the prosecuting to get somebody jailed by force, I'll never respect whatever he does.
Do you think that he got it wrong? Did he do a bad job?
He did his part and the judge did the ruling. He didn't do a bad job.
But it is based on the fact that he presented before the courts that the judge will make his ruling.
Yeah.
It balanced it on a scale of probabilities or beyond reasonable doubt because it's a criminal issue.
Yeah.
And beyond reasonable doubt, he was able to tell the courts that this is what I got. Did he do a bad job? Did he do a good job? Because according to the appeal court, they did a bad job. But do you agree?
So if the ruling was against Sedinam and he went to jail, the judge did his ruling based on the facts he had beforehand.
That's right. And now the appeal court says those facts.
And the appeal court is saying those facts are not correct.
That's right.
So we have to see the additional facts that were given and the counter argument put up across by Sedinam's lawyers to exonerate him and claim and for the judges to quash the evidence that Godfred Dame has presented. You see, when we are talking of, my brother here was talking of nolly prosequa filing and the rest. Let me tell you, if there's any government that has belittled the courts and the justice system in this country, it's your government.
So give me instances.
Example, do you remember Delta Forces in Kumasi?
Yeah, yes. I remember in the court.
Yes.
A pregnant judge was chased out of a court. That is the whole judicial system chased away.
But it was the same jurisdiction, the same administration that instituted the law against vigilantism and put an appendix to it and listed all bulldogs, blah, blah, blah. He said
forget about whether they put appendix, they put whatever against vigilantism.
You don't believe that?
Oh, it's not there. They formed one in Bolga already. Forget about it.
They formed one
in Bolga. They were inaugurated. Please. They were inaugurated.
It's
publicly.
Task force.
No. It's publicly inaugurated. And please.
Ashes.
Let's forget about that. This is a government that sat down to allow hoodlums to chase a judge, the whole judicial system, because it is the Chief Justice who appoints the judge to take over the case. Right. It means they chase the Chief Justice out of court. When these people were brought to court, what did they do? Was it not only prosecutor?
Somebody paid for...
No, please. So filing nolly prosequa is in our laws. Even pardoning, convict of murder, the president can do it. So filing nolly prosequa is part of our laws. How long did they take these people through judgment up to the time they filed nolly prosequa?
A reset.
Yes.
You not.
But reset doesn't mean
must you repeat the wrongs of the past?
Reset doesn't mean we should forcefully get people into jail.
Okay. Emma, step in for me. What do you see? Sedinam will be free, but the Attorney General says, okay, hold on, don't go ahead, giddy, and take her out. We are coming to appeal. What do you see?
Johnny, the political jurisprudence we practice in Ghana is a direct and serious threat to our democracy. I can see that in both cases, both political parties are now fighting over equalization. And I was quite disappointed when the Constitutional Review Committee did not recommend about the independence of the Attorney General's office and his affiliate. I think that's the safest way to safeguard our judiciary.
All right.
In fact, the attack on our judiciary, when rulings don't go in the favor of politically exposed persons, is quite nauseating. So the question I ask myself is the life of a politically exposed person more important than the petty thief who get convicted and thrown to jail and nobody hears about the person? Johnny, how do we run our society in this manner? In fact, I took time to read the judgment last night, and I cannot fault the Court of Appeal based on what I read last night.
Why can't you fault them?
You see, I'm not a lawyer. The specific provisions that were quoted and the supporting evidence as interpreted by these judges. And I will urge my brother Awa to try and get a copy of the ruling. If you scanned through, you didn't.
Skim through. I didn't really.
Okay. You see, I think the challenge with Sedinam was her absconding. If she hadn't absconded, I'm not sure, based on what I'm reading from the Court of Appeal, she would have been convicted in the first place. Because if you have not seen, why are you running away? That is the challenge.
You mean innocent men don't run, and by extension, women.
But why will you run from your shadow if you know that? No. Look,
that the system is not. The system is not being fair to you.
Okay, so you see why I was talking about the independence of the Attorney General. If you look at what happened under NPP, especially the Gregory case, it was so dehumanizing. Afoko. You see, Martin Kwebu and Co went to court, and all offenses are now billable.
Right. People 1 and 2.
2, yes. So for Gregory Afoko to be given bail, and the state, when I say the state, because they were always keeping him in remand, and either the investigative body or the police, who has the authority to prosecute on behalf of the state. And the Japatin, I understand even now, the legal counsel have cleared way for Godfred to be brought before them.
So that I could explain.
So you see, I see a system where when any government is in power, the Attorney General never loses case. But the moral optics vis-a-vis Kenoforiata is what I'm worried about.
So I asked that question. What do you see? Does the NDC lose the moral right to be asking for Kenoforiata to return?
See, this is not about NDC. This is about the courts. Unless, of course, we are saying the courts are NDC or they are political affiliates. And I don't have any proof whatsoever.
When Sedinam was incarcerated, it was under a certain regime.
Yes.
Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo with Dr. Bawumia tagging along as vice president.
Yes.
Everybody was excited about it, except to say that she was not here at the time she was convicted. This government came into power, the NDC government, John Mahama, Professor Jane and Opoku-Agyeman got into power and said that, look, we are going to spend our resources to make sure that we bring her back to stand for trial. People were happy about it, brought in sometime in June, later May, early June, brought in, and we said that this is what we're going to do. And everybody praised the government that, oh, you are bold enough to have repeated what you did with Abu Gapele and many others, and now you are putting your own people. We are happy. This is the research we are looking for. A month on, the person is supposed to be free. How?
Johnny, for the context for our listeners, very important. When did the extradition of Sedinam begin? It was under NPP, correct?
Right, but it didn't work. It was finalized under the NDC.
Excuse me. And government is a continuous process. It just happened that NDC won power over MPP. If MPP had won power, Sedinam's lawyers would still have gone under appeal anyway. So if they had won the appeal, were we going to accuse the MPP of facilitating same? It's not as if under NDC, when they won power, they quickly arranged the extradition of Sedinam to this country. Do you understand me?
Right.
So let's contextualize the issues. You see, it's not everything we politicize. Look, Chairman Tumi's lawyers have gone for an appeal, right? Should they be successful? Are we going to say that it's politically motivated?
Or should power change and Chairman Tumi is made free?
Or should power change and Chairman Tumi is set free? Are we going to say it's politically motivated?
We are even saying the entire incarceration is politically motivated, and it was a miscarriage of justice.
So, let me just
looking
ask
at
you
the person committing a crime.
No.
You leave the person committing the crime to arrest and jail the person who you think has given him the place to do that.
All right.
I'm very happy he raised this issue. I just want to ask. I've not landed on my this thing. He interjected me.
You allowed him.
No.
Go ahead. It's okay.
No, you see.
Go ahead.
looking at the grounds of appeal, the Chamawuntumi lawyers put before the appeals court, there's no any single grounds that talk about political incarceration. So let's be factual with our listeners. And you know, I started this.
Definitely, that's what they say.
Johnny,
If you have a room, or I have the keys to this studio,
yes,
and I've not granted Dr. Anaba space to come in, to come and do whatever he wants to do here, and it is found out by management that I give the key to him and ask him to come and do one thing and he does another thing, who will be held culpable?
The two of them, because this one was caught doing the thing.
Johnny, I'm landing on this one. I'm landing on this one. You see, reading the reading the judgment, the key point was the defective charge sheet.
Okay.
If you have a defective charge sheet, you cannot arrive at a rightful conclusion. You know why they didn't start Ken Oforiatta's trial in absentia? For the same reasons. I spoke to a very senior lawyer to give me guidance on this matter before I came here. And he said, look, Emmanuel, you people are saying Ken Oforiatta is not before any court here, it is before any court here. Because they didn't want to repeat the mistake of Sedinam.
That's not correct. That's not correct.
Because if they had taken... Wait, let me land.
He said a lot of things that he disagreed.
Look.
That he disagreed with.
It's not everything we do politically.
No, I'm saying that by
we are
law.
talking about...
I'm
not a lawyer. That's why I said I sought the guidance of a lawyer.
You know, in the KKD matter, right? The state eventually had to file a nollie prosequi.
Because of a defective charge sheet.
When Mr. Forson got into the matter after Santibede to all of them had gotten in, he got in and he said, where is the initial report at airport police station?
Exactly.
This incident had happened. And there was nothing like that in there.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's
why Ken Oforiatta is not before.
If nobody has come to report anything, why are you holding the man? And then it collapsed. Same thing happening here.
So I'm happy the Attorney General has swiftly appealed. And I'm happy before I came here, I did some calls. They told me she's still in prison. Because the Attorney General swiftly filed a stay of execution of the ruling.
Okay.
And I think it's good for our democracy.
King Solomon.
That is something we must.
King Solomon.
This business that we do.
No version.
You see, but what is it with these big file, the big file, the
because Ghana's problems are many. I print them. Me, I'm not a fan of. I'm old school.
Can I see?
So when I come, Ghana's problems are printed here. So, Ghana's problems are what? Ghana's problems are all here. They are all part of Ghana's problems are here.
Solomon, but I don't see you quoting from this book, so.
Oh, I do. Actually, I'm going to quote from them. I always quote from them.
Okay.
Is it Matthew 5:25? You are going to.
No, today is over too much.
Let's go ahead. What do you see?
You see, Johnny, in all sincerity, this business that we do, sometimes people think that you do to favor a certain group of people. That will be the last thing I'll ever do in my life. If it is white, it is white. If it is black, it is black. You know, when the news broke yesterday that Sedinam and Api had acquitted and discharged there. In fact, it was sent to me by my brother Ebu Bakman.
Right.
I was so furious.
You were angry.
So angry.
Myself.
And I told him that I can't help it. In fact, while we met a certain MP who is also from there. We were going to do some discussion somewhere. The MP was in the car. He saw us from the NDC side. He got down and said, "Oh, my brother, hey, my brother, but what are you people done to yourself?"
You asked him.
Yeah, I said we will go ballistic.
We will whip you.
Now
there's an MP here, by the way.
Yes, struck me. That hold your horse. Get a copy of the judgment. Take your time and read it. So I went to my Facebook wall and said, I'm awaiting
the reasoning of the court.
Or reasoning of the court. So that, because we are talking about someone's freedom, liberties.
Human rights.
You understand? So I waited patiently and I was furnished by the entire ruling by my brother Ramsey Inusa. Yesterday night, I had gone somewhere, so I was late. I had to rush to Sharpnet because I couldn't go to the office to print the 94-page reading. So I went to Sharpnet and expended money to print for them to buy. So I have the judgment here. When I got to the house around 11, I stayed overnight to read the entire 94 pages to have a fair idea what went into the judgment.
The reasoning, yeah.
And this is the judgment.
You have printed that too?
I printed it, I abandoned it. I have the wound to be one to because you see, one is about people's liberty. I do work
so
to
you take time to print them
so
and
that,
bind them.
Yeah, so that I do not go and make it because someone is going to be put behind bars. So that whatever I say, I'm on solid grounds. Let me say this morning to all those who are being emotional.
Right.
It is our duty as leaders, it's our duty as communicators to shape the mindset of the nation.
Right.
Not the whims and caprices of people's emotions.
Whose emotions are these?
A lot of few people, because they heard, and now you remember my previous rendition, I've always been calling for said not to be extradited to this country.
That's
When
right.
she came and they were dilly-dallying with her going to the prison, I charged.
You spoke, yeah, same seat.
Same seat. You were here, you were the one.
Yeah.
But yesterday, when I read the judgment, I became cold. I said, but the woman so innocent.
Hey.
The matter should first of all have not gotten to court in the first place.
That's what the appeal court said.
And I
But
look,
in the eyes of the public, is
that is
what
why
it
we
is?
must educate them. This is what this radio is for.
What is the point of the education?
That
What did
is
she
it.
not do?
Look.
that the
Let me come in.
the
We will
prosecution
take the
said that she did.
Let you go through the matters one after the other. Here, let me stand up and salute the three appeal court judges.
Court of Appeal judges.
Emmanuel Ankama, Samuel Obin Diewu, and Senor Amede.
Diewu.
Diewu.
He didn't.
He didn't do Diewu. You understand? Interestingly, Emmanuel Ankama and Diewu were appointed by President Kufuor in 2022.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's only Senor Amede who was appointed in 2025. So the issue of someone representing a political party does not arise. And what was the verdict of the Court of Appeal? It was unanimous. Is that not the case? Now, Sedinam Tamakloe was charged on basically 8 issues. Conspiracy to stealing, willfully causing financial loss to the state, and so on and so
That's
forth.
if you drill down further, but there was 78.
Yeah, but
counts.
The main one.
I tell you,
Right.
all of it was trash.
Oh, how?
Trash,
She
absolutely.
didn't steal.
Look, and I'm going to read it to you.
Go ahead.
So the Ejura case, she didn't steal that money.
I'm coming to it. Let me even deal with the drug case first. And I'm happy you confess. I like people who are very honest that I have gotten the judgment, but I always can't through.
Today is Friday. I was
Yes.
going
Yeah,
So it
he's,
means
he's
you have
going
not-
to the mosque.
You have not read the judgment.
Judgment.
In the Ejura case,
I read it.
the 500,000, Sedinam Tamakloe, it's not even Sedinam Tamakloe, MASLOC had given the Obatampa microfinance. First of all, they gave them 150,000. Then they went further around June, July of 2014 to give them 500,000. And that was they wrote a check and sent that check to the Obatampa people. When their board chair got to know that that loan would attract an interest of 24%, he said no, it was too expensive. So they were returning the money back. Now, a company gives you a check. If you are paying the money back, go to pay through the company's account.
Yeah.
You say no, the woman rather asks you to bring a cash. Listen to this scenario.
Yes.
And you met the woman at Batuna, Total Filling Station, and gave you the 500,000. That is the account of the Obatampa people.
Yes.
Now, when the woman was arrested and was sent to Iyoko, she denied it flatly that she had ever taken money from you. So it was your word against my word.
Their word.
Now,
But were there documents? Were there documents?
I'm coming there. I'm coming there.
Hold on.
Look, I don't want.
Hold on.
Donny,
Were there documents?
So the Obatampa manager presented a supposed receipt
Okay.
that emanated from Sedinam. Even that receipt, what he told the court was that Sedinam asked them to go to the MASLOC office, and that receipt was given to them by a supposed secretary. You understand? Now that receipt had the reference numbers on it. So what it meant was that MASLOC as an institution will have a copy or copies on file.
Right.
Now, in this case, PW1, prosecution was Tika. Who was then the MASLOC boss?
He actually started the investigation
Exactly.
using a private entity to audit the activities of Sedinam.
You understand?
And I've been shocked how much we spent trying to retrieve 2 million cedis.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So when
We spent over 1 million cedis trying to retrieve 2
No,
million.
but auditing is just a normal practice in
Oh,
all
look,
institutions. The amount of money that
I don't want them
doesn't
to know.
matter.
We must educate the people. Look,
I'm coming.
On
Hold
the receipt.
Hold on.
Let me
Sorry,
read.
no, you read the
Yes.
receipt. You're saying auditing?
Auditing is normal. If I take over any office today, I'll do auditing.
And if you are looking for 2 million, you spend
It's
over
not
1
looking for 2 million. I'll
about
do
1.9
auditing to ascertain
retrieve
what
2
is
million.
there.
What are you retrieving?
You spend 1 million to receive.
I will not. It depends
Over 1
on the
million.
enormity of the work that will be done.
What are you retrieving?
No, it depends on the enormity of
Okay,
the work.
let's talk about
That's all.
receipts, Solo.
So the Obatampa manager, one said, who was also a prosecution witness in this matter, said he was given that receipt by a supposed secretary. That receipt was never on MASLOC file. And remember, I've told you that Sedna had already, as it were, denied this situation. So the court said, and this is why I find it very difficult believing that indeed we had a judge called Efia Saribotri.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. Now the court said, instead of when you go to court, you are taken to court on criminal charges. You as the defendant, you are at liberty not to say anything. No.
Yes.
It is not for you to prove the prosecution's case. Interestingly, on this occasion, listen to the judge. I'm very surprised that she is even there. Listen to the judge. In those circumstances, it was held that A1 had a case to answer regarding 500,000 in order that she throws light on whether or not the signature is hers and any explanation of whether or not she indeed received the 500,000. The woman has already said that I did not receive any 500,000. The receipt you are showing is not my signature. Then the judge sitting there said, no. The woman should have been in court.
She was not there to say it.
But if she
ran away.
But if she was there, it was not for the woman to say anything. And I'm saying that you can't self-incriminate. Now, listen to that is why we call circumstantial evidence. Her actions after that. The man is claiming that he gave the 500,000 back to Sedinam Tamakloe. Is that not the case? Sedinam Tamakloe, and this transaction took place in 2014. Sedinam Tamakloe in 2015 wrote a demand letter to the Obatampa people. The person that you claim that has taken the money from you in 2015 is writing to you that you always come and pay us. Does it sound to you?
But the Attorney General should have seen this, oh.
No, I'm coming there. Now
You are taking too long to come there.
No. I'm going to get there because
You see my analogy?
Yeah.
What's that?
Now when
You had equal time.
when
Let him have
the
equal time.
Obatampa guy, when the Obatampa guy,
The same man is coaching
Allow.
when the managing director of Obatampa was asked, but you claim that you paid 500,000 to Sedinam Tamakloe. Yet the same Sedinam Tamakloe wrote to you, or the MASLOC. My brothers.
Allow. Oh, Doc, allow. Awal, please. Allow Solo. I'm sure you said a lot of things that he disagreed with, but he was magnanimous enough to. Now, are you suggesting to me, who was in charge of Obatampa?
Esiedu. One Esiedu. Now the Esiedu, when he was asked, but you claim you paid for 500,000 to you. So when you received the letter from MASLOC, signed by Sedna that you come and pay, what did you do? So I sent a WhatsApp message. Fed you. Produce the WhatsApp message. He said no. There was nothing like that.
The phone is stolen.
It wasn't even stolen. You didn't say that. So how on earth would this scenario qualify?
Did Godfred Dami do a bad job?
Godfred Dami did a shoddy work, and I'm very surprised. You see, when you were a judge,
That's the leader of the bar.
oh, I mean, but there is another case that is coming. I don't want to discuss. The day that a court of appeal will finish that case, that is where I'll be all gambling. Godfred Dami must never be close to a position called Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
Come on,
I'm
please.
telling you.
The man has
and
credentials.
I'm not missing any words.
You don't even have a party with even one MP,
Sure.
and you're talking about
Now that is one aspect.
preventing someone
That
from.
does not make somebody
Go
qualified.
ahead.
to
That is
be
one
president.
aspect.
Whether they have one-
Now there is a second.
He shouldn't get.
We are here to make discussions.
Allow
You
them.
came to misinform the people.
Allow the man. Doc, sorry. Doc,
This morning, I am taking my time.
hold on for me. Gentlemen, your microphones are off. Gentlemen, Gafara, Please.
This morning, we are educating the people. We are shaping minds so that people will not harbor anything. I've said that the attitude of Madam Sedinam is what has created all this. If she had not absconded, what is this charges? You ran away for what?
But maybe she didn't trust the system.
Maybe, but she should have been here.
She should have been here.
She should have been here. She should have been here.
If I'm the one to come back.
Now,
Yes.
let me quickly clear
allow quickly. Finally. Solo, finally.
You know, he was talking about it took so long for I have a lot to say. He's talking about the fact that the appeal took so long for them to even
6 months.
Forgetting that even this appeal was started during the era. You know, the judgment came on the 16th of April 2024. You don't even have your records. No. By May 2024, they had appealed against the judgment. By May. And it is all stated in this report, in this judgment. By May 2024, that time it was your government that was in place.
Under Godfred.
Because they would have been banned, by the way. There are time limits to appeal against.
Yeah.
So May, June, July, August, September,
They
October,
didn't do
November,
anything.
December.
They didn't do anything.
7 months.
They didn't do
1 month
anything.
more than the 6
So
months.
what is the point here? In any case, they were also they spoke of sensitization and then monitoring. That the woman diverted about 1.7 million. Come on, go and read the judgment. You care that an attorney general could go to court with these flimsy excuses without any research and then do such a bad work, and the judge sitting there who is supposed to know if you are a judge. If I come to your court as a judge and I even come and plead guilty, it is your duty to look at the facts before you and say, no, you are not. And you know, it's not as simple as I came to plead guilty before you and say, no, then you are guilty.
Are you suggesting that we have been on an emotional bus?
It is an emotional. Look, I was also taken on that route. What saved me was that, look, take a deep breath and go and read the judgment. And I tell you that Sedinam Tamakloe has no business whatsoever spending a single day in jail.
So in a community of reading men, as Kwame Kufu,
Esquire
would say, we should not allow some of these things.
We shouldn't. You see, it can happen to you. If you allow this thing to fester, what it means is that people can just create propaganda on you, send you to court, and the judge will say, this case, what the judge did was that she shifted that legal principle that the burden of proof lies on the plaintiff to the defendant. Everything says, if Sedinam was here, she would have thrown more light. What is she there to throw light on? Why must a person self-incriminate?
Okay, we'll take a break here.
No, just a minute.
You want a minute?
You give me a minute. I
can't all along.
No, just a minute.
You got your coffee too. You didn't share with Solo.
Then we'll take the same 1 minute.
I'll give you 1 minute.
With all due respect, Doc said that the Delta Force, we filed nolle prosequi. That is not true.
They were tried.
They were tried. They were tried.
And they were
Graphic
paid.
Online. This
The
is how
money
Graphic
was
Online.
paid.
This is how
Ken Oforiatta
they were
went to
not
pay.
bailed. They were fined.
Fined and Ken
Yes, I'm
Oforiatta
saying
paid.
that.
And
Let me read from Graphic Online. Court fines Delta Force members 23,400.
It was 1,000 something.
The Asokwa District Court in Kumasi on Thursday convicted 13 members of the New Patriotic Party vigilante group known as Delta Force for conspiracy and rioting, and consequently fined each of them 1,800. Now, in default at the fine, each of the convicts will spend 12 months in jail. This is a misdemeanor. So definitely,
but was it right for them to have gone to the court to chase out the pregnant?
It was all right.
Judge?
That is the reason we put them before trial. It was all right. That is the reason we have to put them before a trial.
And they didn't stop there. They chased the Ashanti Regional National Security Coordinator out.
I'm saying that
kind of beat him up.
Yes, that is the reason we have to prosecute them. There was no instance when we were in government that we filed nolle prosequi on any case that is involving an MPP person. Any case in the entire 8 years.
Are you saying you didn't file nolle prosequi?
Nolle prosequi on any case which is really an MPP person. If you have it, you can prove it.
Okay. All right. Ima, take your 1 minute off.
So the nolle prosequi case my brother Awa is talking about. Solo, you remember how we went hard on the Attorney General?
Yes.
And the Attorney General was of the view that the state needs the money.
Yeah.
Do we need the money? Or we want the So there was balance of probabilities here.
That is
so
on,
wait.
That is on.
Wait.
That is only on Dr.
So wait.
Well, I don't think that's the modus operandi you want to operate around.
So
here.
they went on what?
Allow. No, there's nothing 3-1.
So he entered.
Don't start that.
He entered.
Don't be like Richard Ahiagba.
He entered plea bargains with those he could
with only one.
He kept quiet.
We're doing education. There's only one person.
So when you were talking, I never interjected you.
Cotton, hold on.
When you finish with this,
Cotton, hold on. I think that you should
MPP member. Member. I said MPP member. I mentioned it. MPP member who is standing trial.
Who started Galamsey in Ghana? You filed no prosecutor.
She was an NDC member. When I was in NDC, we didn't know that Ashawan was even a Ghanaian. No, she was the reason.
Ashawan was one.
Was even a Chinese.
Can you provide a card NDC card?
Yes, because in 2016, Enoch Insia was removed from office as Ashanti Regional Security Liaison Officer because he antagonized Ashawan.
Why should a peripheral argument is
I'm saying that
Why did you find only prosecutor?
On who?
On Ashawan.
Is she an NDC person? Is she an NPP person? Is she an NPP person? Is she NPP? I mentioned that in the 8 years of our administration, we never filed no prosecutor on any of our members. That's what I meant.
So can I come in here?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Quentin.
You see,
Awal is on a different level this morning.
You see, our judicial system, more or less, if you look at best practices, is to reform more, not to punish.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
So if you are given the circumstances of getting money from for the state and throwing someone in prison, which one will you go for?
I'll go for the money.
And still prosecute?
No. I'll go for the money.
Are you aware?
Yes.
Chamaun, to me, you are framing as a political prisoner, has gone on the same plea bargain with the state.
Yes.
Are you aware?
Yes.
So is that wrong?
What about
is that wrong?
Saglemi?
Is that wrong?
There was no plea bargain in Saglemi. There was no plea bargain in
it looks like
Agongo.
It looks
like
you brought your own
it's not,
scheme.
No.
Take your 1 minute for me.
No, Doc is not interested in any 1 minute.
No, but just why are you deciding for a grown man?
Now you come here and decide for all of us.
No, take your 1 minute. Why are you deciding for a grown man? Doc, put the microphone closer
Doc
to
is
you.
not interested in any 1 minute.
Right, talk to me.
You see, this case, you think that NDC is behind judges. I think we are far from that. JM has no interest. If he had interest in defending NDC corrupt people, Abuga Pele and co-all wouldn't have gone to jail.
Read this report. You see that he was
Please, can you let me talk? I don't know why. I think you are. We should make every day a fasting day. We should make every day a fasting day. Then you fast and come and sit down and keep quiet. Because the way you are crisscrossing, you see, as I've said before, me and I trust JM. I wouldn't go on the political defense on anybody who is corrupt in this country. And I will always put the blame on the judicial system to clear their image. If we are seeing judgment to look political, it is a problem of the judiciary and not the problem of the politicians.
Great.
Because the three arms are separate and independent from each other. If the judiciary allow themselves to be controlled by the executive, then it's up to them. They should take the blame.
Or take a break. Solo doesn't need 1 minute.
I need 1 minute.
Oh, Solo. What for?
To clear the Gangantua one. You know, Sedinam was accused of having expended about 61 million on buying 350 cars.
Right.
Now, this is it. She signed the agreement on the 6th of December 2016. She could not disburse it. When the new administration came, Seka was the MASLOC boss. Seka identified that the price per unit of those Chevy Avios, Chevy Sparklight, and then Isuzu buses was so high. So Seka went ahead, renegotiated, and got the money to be paid between 2017 and 2018. So if the deal was that bad, but why would Seka and the then finance minister pay for it and yet hold Sedinam accountable for that? Look, if I were Sedinam, I would sue the government for malicious prosecution. I would do that. We cannot be putting people in such a light, brandish them run them down like that and think that as a country we are okay. You are a minister for Attorney General and Justice, for Christ's sake. Your justice must extend to every citizen of this country. The mere fact that we are calling on people to be prosecuted does not mean that this current Attorney General, you must take any flimsy and frivolous cases to court only to go and get bad judgment. That we will not, we will resist.
Thank you. When we return from the break, we're torn between two issues: either the Constitutional Review Committee report, the government white paper that came along with it, or the abolishment of the delegate system. When we return from the break, I'm sure we can have some good conversation off line, and then when we come back, we decide which one we are picking. But it doesn't hurt to do a throwback, a quick throwback, since Awal mentioned the Doc mentioned Aisha Wan, and Awal said she's not an MPP member, she's an NDC member.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Young men who
Back to China? I don't know about it. We'll see you after the break.
Of the committee.
Conversation on 3FM Sunrise. The big conversation on 3FM Sunrise.
And it's 13 minutes to the top of the hour, 10 here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Johnny Hughes, and this is the big issue on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Solomon Owusu is Director of Communications of the United Party. I nearly said MPP or Movement for Change, but yes, I wouldn't say that. Awal Mohammed is a representative of the NPP on the show. He's a member of the National Communications Committee or team. Dr. Anaba, Thomas Anaba, is the member of parliament for the good people of Garu, and he's been also the man in charge of everything health at the Ridge Hospital once upon a time. And these days he said he talks politics and he talks policy. He's not cutting people up. and suturing people up.
That is political medicine.
As a political medicine, you drink it at your own peril.
But my political prescriptions are good.
And Emmanuel Koting is a counter-terrorism and security specialist with the Africa Center for Security and Counter-Terrorism. Thank you, gentlemen, for staying with us. So, as agreed, we will go on now to talk about the no-delegate system. The court ruled that within a 1-year window, all political parties should ensure that their members in good standing are able to decide who leads, who takes positions within the party, including parliamentary candidates, including presidential candidates, and even executive. I don't know how that sounds to you. Well, let me begin this conversation with you, and you will speak, and everybody will be quiet. So when they are speaking, you should be quiet
because
as
you
well.
will always begin with me. I will not have the chance of when we started, you began with me, and this one too, you are beginning with me. So I will not have the chance.
You start with us.
Hold on.
So on the
Consensus.
Hold on. No. He doesn't dictate editorial policy. Now, the second part is that I'm starting with you because your party has been on a certain tangent trying to get to this final point, but the court has fast-tracked it. Started by two staunch members of your party, Dr. Nyaho Tamakloe, Professor Frimpong Boateng, and one other gentleman. They were people who actually started the party before you joined.
He said not staunch members.
No, it's okay. Allow. Now, so I'm starting with you on that score, and also because I know that you've been working towards it. Now I begin with you, and you will speak. Everybody will be quiet. When they're speaking, you'll be quiet as well. Thank you, my brother.
So there are 2 NDC members and 1 aggrieved MPP member.
Oh, I don't understand.
Yes,
Nyaho Tamakloe is not.
Yes, Nyaho Tamakloe is no longer a member of DMP.
You have.
In 2023, he held a press conference together with Brigadier General Mensa to say that indeed he was a member of the MPP until his nephew Mahama came into the scene. This was reported by Daily Graphic, almost all the media houses, including TV3. Reported it when they held that press conference in 2023 that he's no longer a member of the MPP because his nephew Mahama came to the scene and he had supported him. So yes, he used to be a foundation member of the MPP, but he left the party in
a founding member or foundation.
No, he's not a founding member. When you look at the number of founding members of the party, his name was not part. Even Akufo-Addo is not a founding member of the MPP.
My grand uncle is a founding member.
Exactly.
Odoi Sykes.
No, it's
not. It could be.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
It was signed in my house.
Yes. So he's a founding member. Before represented Achima and so on.
I'm a founding grandson.
Yes. That's okay. So yes, if you look at it, it's true that we started gradually gravitating towards that. So we are inherently not against the expansion, but the problem is that we believe that it should have been gradual, so that within maybe in the next 5-10 years we could get to that. The reason being that the NDC tried to experiment that in 2016, and it was total chaos. In Atebubu Amantin, they had to burn down the entire party office. When you go to Amanfi, it's the same happened. When you go to Ningo Pram between Sam George and E.T. Mensah, it was total chaos. They had to suspend 24 constituencies. So just after that debacle, they had to go back in 2017 to even move back to manual registration because they felt that indeed it was defective. So we're looking at the history behind a political party like NDC trying to implement that, and it backfired. We believe that the gradual process will happen. For instance, when we open up the nomination just recently for people to when we open up our register for people to register, all those who registered became party members in good standing.
Do you think that the court rushed the process that you were trying to follow?
I think so. Not even we, even both parties, because I've heard a lot of NDC people.
Is that going to hurt you?
Yes, it is going to hurt because you see,
how?
It will really become so unwieldy to really prosecute it because you see, if you go to, for instance, Garu, where he's the MP, if he has 60 polling stations or 60 branches, In the branches, you might have over 200 people registering.
Sunrise on 3FM.
Initially, he might be going to electoral area to meet like 30, 40 people.
Right.
Today, he is meeting every polling station with 200 people.
But what is wrong with that?
What is wrong with that is that you invite them to the place and you have to, if for nothing at all, give them water to drink.
And that's money.
So it becomes very, very expensive. If we were to go this route, the state can sponsor it. Just like what happens in the US. In the US, if you want to be an MP or a presidential candidate of both Democrat and Republican, the state will sponsor it. You already identify yourself as Democrat or Republican. Then it will be done at the polling station level.
Okay.
Then they just do that. But here, they are in government today. They might get the resources to do it. But if you ask us to go every 42,000 polling stations across the country, we had over 4 million people voting for us.
So you're saying that's a bigger cocoa season for the delegate?
Not a bigger cocoa season. One of the things that they said they wanted to cure is the monetization.
That's right.
To be very honest, when it was 1-1 in 2007, 1-1 delegate at every polling station, compared to now 5-5, which one is more expensive? We've been doing this work for a long time. It's now more expensive than when it was 1-1. Yeah. You understand? So the more you expand, the more you put pressure on the people.
Are you going to appeal this decision?
I don't know, because now the director legal will have to communicate. Yeah, we'll have to communicate to National Council for National Council to take a decision on this.
Okay.
I do not think there will be any appeal, but I believe if you're not careful, because the court says that party members in good standing. We can put the good standing to 5 years or 6 years.
On 3.
So you amend your constitution just to...
They said we should amend. That is the instruction by the court, amend your constitution in the next 1 year.
To make it fit.
To make it fit. You understand? So it means if I join a party in just 1 year, I might not be able to participate.
Thank you. We have to share the time. Doc, I'll come to you now. You are in the hot seat as a member of parliament.
Yeah.
Does this ruling give you hope, respite, or does it trouble you some more?
I can say we have not experimented it as such. It's just one time that NDC did something similar, and then we saw the outcome. The outcome was that if you don't take time, people will infiltrate from other places, convince people to vote for people who at the end, the general public will not vote for them when it comes to general election. Our party has not objected to it for now. I know the executives would meet, functional executive would meet, look at the ruling and see how they'll communicate to us. But to me as an MP and as somebody who is into business, I think that everybody has the corporate right to vote when it comes to an AGM. Every shareholder has a right to vote when it comes to an AGM. So I think that every party member in good standing, now we have to classify, define who is in good standing. Either you are paying your dues, either are paying your dues monthly, either you are actively participating in events, and then the rest, either they don't see you flip-flopping, and then the rest. So we have to define the good standing. The most important thing is that we must allow democracy to prevail, and for democracy to prevail, everybody must be part of the voting. We condemn China once in a while by saying that China is not that democratic because they have this queued system to select their leaders and then the rest. So if we are condemning China for that behavior, why do we implement it here? I think that we should open for everybody to vote. If you want to look at the challenge that parties would face is money. Are we into politics to serve, or we are into politics to make money? I tell you, people in the US donate money to political parties just because they believe in their ideology. And they have to use it to organize their events and then the rest. And people who belong to parties pay dues monthly to ensure that the party machinery is working. If a party has 4 million members, somebody made the calculation, 2 cedis a month. In the end of 1 year, you get 300 and something million Ghana cedis. That's almost 500,000.
Okay.
That can be used for your party activities and then the rest. The era that we have to give delegates something, we have to do this, we have to transport them and then the rest. It is the culture in which we are. It is the society in which we are.
Does it hurt you, MPs?
No. Let me come. I'm talking in general. It is the culture
I want you
that
to
we
speak
have
to your
evolved.
perspective from a Garu point of view.
Yes. You see, definitely, if you go for any function and call party members, somebody might have been in his farm working when you have called him. He has lost a farming hours. You have to give him at least something to put fuel in his motor to go back because you are a political head. But in other countries where the culture is different, they see you to be somebody serving
the greater good of society.
The greater good of the society. They see what you are doing to the society. You are bringing development. You are fighting for goodies to come to the place for everybody to benefit. No one will ask for a drop of a CD for you to take a taxi back. They will rather help you.
All right.
But they are seeing we politicians to be what? Amassing wealth. That is what they think.
We have to wrap up.
We have to play it well. To me, let's try it and see.
I see. Ima, in a minute, and then Solo will take a minute, and then we'll wrap up. Our time is spent.
Johnny, in fact,
Solo has given his time to you. Okay.
I should give my time to you.
Go ahead, Ima.
Johnny, in fact, I think that's the best thing that can ever happen to our democracy. In fact,
future MP of Saboba, you are happy.
Yes, I think that it is more inclusive, more representative, and it will remove the monocracy. It will remove the the monocracy.
Hold on, Ima. Will you represent the MPP?
Yeah, we will.
Awal said he will represent. You will represent his party. But you went independent the other time.
I
right?
am not part of preparing the food. I will not be interested in eating the food.
We'll put you as part of
No. Me, I want to be part of preparing the food. I'm not a cheap person for you to cook and bring it for me to eat. No. Yes.
You left the MPP, contested as an independent candidate.
Yes.
Are you going independent again?
I'm still contesting the Saboba seat as an independent candidate.
Not with the MPP.
Not at all.
On the ticket of the United Party.
Not at all.
Sure.
No. Let's not fight over them.
Not at all.
Relax.
Look,
Relax. We know that Emmanuel will be a good MP if he's elected.
Yes.
But stop fighting about him.
No, but he's going to contest on our ticket. We need him in
He
power.
also said he's going to contest on
with us already. He was aggrieved because of things.
I will consider Solomon's offer.
I will never let
I will consider Solomon's offer. Yes. I'm going to consider Solomon's offer because
allow the man to finish his
When he was agreeing with NDC, did he stay?
no,
you left. So allow me.
But there was no right.
So Johnny.
Yes, sir.
The truth of the matter is that I think the the Supreme Court have cured one thing that will safeguard our democracy: monitocracy.
Right.
You see, if you look at both parties, even at the regional levels, regional chairmen will put a lot to stifle the system just to be regional chairman. They don't care if their candidate become president or not.
Right.
And that is the current situation even with MPP. I can speak for a fact for the northern region.
Right.
When the MPP constitution was amended to allow polling stations, is a good party members in standing to elect their polling station executives.
Right.
Did that happen in Saboba? You brought somebody from Tamale, in conjunction with the distance, you chose who you want. Because you want the old executive to be retained, and because you want Chairman Samba to be regional chairman at all costs. If Samba becomes regional chairman, Baumia doesn't win. To what effect?
We are not talking about Chairman Samba.
No,
I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example of how this thing will cure some of the problems.
Nothing untoward happened in
No.
I'm from Saboba. You are not from
I'm saying that it's not that I'm not from Saboba. I am the spokesperson of the MPP on this platform.
Your microphone is on. You have to respect us. You're not being helpful to this. You kept everybody kept quiet for you. Go ahead, Ima.
So if you look at the NDC,
everybody kept quiet for you. Why are you doing
if you look at the NDC, if you look at the NDC in the northern region, the same thing happened. Yellow Man and Chairman Adolf. You remember that?
How is this going to cure it?
So now that it is every party member with good standing. I don't want the political parties to go and write their own rules that 5 years. If you are a member even in a year or 5 months and you fully pay your dues, why not? Allow them to vote. Okay. The issue of not having money to do that because NDC is in power, they may have the resources. Awa, are you telling me that if you are in government, there are some places you make money that we don't know? We want to know.
Relax.
We want to know.
Relax. So, so if the MPP does that, for example, would that make you go and join them? Join them?
I've made my mind. I will still contest
as an independent candidate.
As an independent candidate, I'll take my good friend Solo's offer.
Okay. Finally, for you.
Finally, the Supreme Court is there to interpret our Constitution.
Right.
If you read Article 42, if you read Article 55(8), it talks about universal adult suffrage.
Right.
So their interpretation is spot on, but the difficulty has to do with the implementation. For me, the more we expand, the less quality we get in Parliament.
Right.
You understand? Can you convince me? The Parliament of 1996, the Parliament of 2000, even the Senate to 2004, is that the same quality we have today?
No.
But the delegate system has expanded.
Yes.
Now
in fact, the numbers have increased in Parliament as well, 276.
Yes, you understand? You understand? And
no new chamber, we will not grant that.
No, they say 300.
They say 100.
You understand? The quality
you can keep Dr. Anaba and Kuti in Parliament, but you will not expand the numbers.
Had its presidential primaries. They had about 211,000 people.
Right.
Have you forgotten Brian paid 700? Kindly multiply 700 by 211.
I was not there.
No, they said nobody had denied it.
Okay, all right.
211,000 by 700. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the former vice president, he paid 500 cedis. He
didn't pay 500.
Oh. He paid it. What are you talking about?
What is your proof?
What is your proof?
I was a part of his.
Oh, the woman that took the money came to show it to us. Circumstantial evidence.
It is possible. It is possible that
Canadian people paid 500. These people pay. They pay at
we didn't pay.
So
when you were part of MPP, were you collecting?
I never took any money. I don't like it. No, Alan. That's why Alan didn't survive. Alan, he didn't have the second.
Alan Cash
he got the
money.
cash
so
because of
they took $4 billion.
They distributed
$4 billion to go and do that.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'm grateful. Have a nice weekend. We're going for the funeral of the Ambassador Victor Beho at the Christ the King Catholic Church. Dr. Anaba, thank you very much indeed for your time. And greetings to all the people in Garu and all your constituents.